Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back. So this is the Artman 2-pack battery review. Now these are LP-E17 replacements. So they actually mark it on the battery to the exact part number that they do replace. Your camera may be on the list or it may not be on the list. They don't cover every single possible model. So if your battery has this matching part number, then these are a direct replacement, even if they're not on the list. But they do list specifically here the EOS RP, the Rebel T8i, which is my camera, the T7i, T6i, T6s, SL2, SL3, and many others are on the list. Check out the Amazon link, see if your camera is on the list. If it's not on the list, like I said, check your battery, check for this actual part number on your original battery, and if it matches, that's your replacement, okay? These are $37 Canadian. You get 2 batteries and the charge unit. What you don't get is a wall art charger, okay? So you don't get one of these. So you're going to need one. And I'm going to recommend that if you want them to charge in a reasonable amount of time, get one that puts out a minimum of 2 amps, okay? The specifications are always written somewhere on a charge block. Read the charge block for the 5 volt and the output being the amperage of 1 amp, 2 amp, 3 amp, and so on. Okay, so 2 amp is the minimum. You can also use a 3 amp brick, something like this. Okay, puts out 3 amps. You're good to go. Okay, and the extra amp is going to give you shorter recharge time. Okay, it is a rapid charger after all, but you're not going to get it done in 5 minutes, so there's a limit. Okay. But I find with my 2 amp charger, it's about 2 to 2.5 hours with the batteries fully depleted. And it doesn't seem to matter if I have 1 battery in there or 2, it's the same amount of time. Okay? Now, I've had my T8i for quite a while, as you guys know, which is my, DSLR camera. I've had these for quite a while. I have literally hundreds of cycles on these batteries. Okay, including my stock battery, which is in my camera now. And I got to tell you that they do actually provide you a little bit more run time. I don't do much in the way of taking pictures with my camera. It's for video. So I'm generally doing 1080p stuff. I'll do the odd 4K video for you guys. And 4K will drain the batteries faster than 1080 or 720 will. Okay? So just be aware that if you are going to record in 4K, you will drain the battery faster than you would at 1080 or 720. Now, as far as record times go, I can't give you an honest answer as far as this is what you're going to expect to get, because everybody's different on how long they record videos for, etc., etc. And when you shut down a camera and the battery even cools off, it does kind of revamp a little bit of juice, so that can vary, to be honest, like what kind of time frame you're going to see. So I can't give you a real answer on that other than quite a bit. Okay? Now, to answer a question right away, can I use this battery in this Canon charger for my camera? No. Okay? Can I use my Canon battery in this charger? Yes. Why the difference? Well, Canon seems to have used the 2 center pins on their charger and activated the 2 center pins on the battery, which these also contain, as a balancing lead. Now, I don't know what you guys know about batteries, and I'm going to try and be as layman as possible, but the bottom line is there's 2 3.7 volt batteries in this thing that are tied together in series to increase the voltage to 7.4 volts. And because of being a lithium ion, it's a much stronger battery than something like a nickel methyl hydrate or a NiCad battery, and those are subjective really seriously to memory issues, okay, where they hold a memory and eventually your battery screws up, so you don't get a lot of life out of those batteries, nor do you get a lot of run time. These are much more powerful batteries, much more efficient as well, so you get more longer run time, but from time to time you would actually rebalance the 2 cells so that they have equal amount of charge in each battery, guaranteed every time is the idea. Not always a perfect science though. However, that being said, Artman does not feel a need to use the 2 center taps, which is why their charger also only has the positive and negative, not the 4, right? So they've left these basically negated. They're not required, so why use them, okay? Where Canon went the other way, and every single time you charge that battery, it balances the cells, which is unnecessary. Especially if every time you charge your batteries, like before you charge them, you've depleted them all the way. A lithium-ion battery, for one, it's not going to be easily subjected to memory because you're definitely going to be using up all that juice all the time. So you'll never build a memory that way. It's always negated. But at the same time, you're draining the cells equally every time, so they're going to recharge basically equally every time too, right? And they're also not as susceptible to this sort of thing as Li-poly cells or Li-Fe cells, which are much more critical and must be balanced periodically, okay? Where these lithium ions, similar chemistry, not quite the same, but don't require that kind of balancing to go on. So let's, like why Artman would have left those 2 pins alone in the middle, where Canon did not. But at least you can charge your Canon battery. It will fit in there. It's a bit of a snugger fit, but it works perfectly fine. It charges it great. So you don't really have to have this around if you don't want to. It's kind of up to you. As long as you got this one, you can still charge your Canon battery too, so not a big deal. So I fully support and agree with 4.5. I support and agree with the fact that $36.99 is a great price. The batteries work great. You get good runtime out of them. I have no issues whatsoever with these batteries. Like I said, I've got hundreds of cycles on them. My wife has the same kit as well for her T8i. She hasn't done a review, but you can check out the link below for her channel and check out what she does have, because she does have her camera gear up there. So you can always check out what her opinions are, based differently even from mine on the same type of gear. But otherwise, yeah, that's pretty much about covers it. So I'd say just, order yourself a set or two, and, if you do get a bum set, deal with Amazon. They'll replace them. If you don't get a bum set, well, hey, that's great too. Just use them and have fun. But I don't know how many cycles we're going to get out of these batteries before they're completely useless. But I've got hundreds of cycles on these already and still going just like new. So I have no reservations at all about buying more sets. And I need more batteries anyway, so I'm going to be ordering these exact same ones. Again, probably 2 more kits at least to make me happy. But anyways, in the meantime, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. And we'll be sure to catch you on the next one. Ciao.